Hello and welcome back everyone. Andy Bryan here again from the Soul Pathway, and today within this video I'm going to be providing you with another shamanic guidance reading using Jamie Sam's medicine cards. I love providing messages from nature and also from spirit animals, and obviously today within this video I'm going to be providing you with just that. We are going to be looking at the energies of the 25th of July, which is currently the day at which I'm doing this reading, and also the week ahead. Before I get started, I wanted to say that I haven't done readings for a while, as I've had a lot of shifts and changes happening in my life personally and also within my business. But I will be providing you with readings on a more consistent basis going forward again. If you have any questions or comments throughout this reading, please leave them below this video, and at the same time please like, comment and subscribe, and be sure to check out my website, which is www.awakenyoursoulpathway.co.uk. and with that, let's jump into the reading itself and have a look at what is going to be coming up for us on the 25th of July today, and also the week ahead. So let's jump in and connect with the energies first of all. I always like to take some time to tune into the cards, tune into the energies. And here in the UK at the moment we've had some beautiful hot weather, and over the last couple of days I've found a river that was close by to relax, go with the flow and really take a nice dip so I could cool myself down. For me, that has been a lovely way to connect with nature. It'll be interesting to hear what you do in order to connect with nature yourself, in order to tune in to your soul. Let's have a look at the cards and see what comes up. The energies have been quite intense as well, as they have been quite a lot over the past couple of years, really, as we're going through a lot of planetary shifts and changes, and realigning our body and our soul with the energy of the Mother Earth as well. So these intense energies are only here to allow you to tune into yourself, become realigned and ascend your consciousness and awareness to a new state, really, a new state of awareness. And this is very much what I do with my work here at the Soul Pathway. My work here at the Soul Pathway is all about guiding you on your spiritual journey and soul pathway in order to live in alignment with who you truly are. So helping you stay in alignment, connecting with your soul, getting out of your mind and reconnecting with your body and soul so that you can be happy, content and fulfilled within your life, and create a sense of balance and harmony in what it is that you do. But let's see what's come up here. We'll pick up the first card. Elk. I love the elk card. I love the elk card. Absolutely beautiful card. So I'll pull all the three cards out first of all, and then we'll dive into the meaning. Blue Heron is another beautiful card, and a beautiful animal as well. Each animal, as you know, has their meanings and their medicine, which is what I love a lot about this card. And Prairie Dog is one that's come up quite a lot over the coming past couple of weeks and months, especially for a lot of the readings that I've provided for close friends. So let's look at what the elk brings us, and I'll dive into the book to bring a message through poem, really, because the book that accompanies these cards is absolutely fantastic, and there's a poem on each and every card, which is truly beautiful. So we'll dive into the elk and see what the elk says. So the elk is all about stamina, connecting with your inner stamina and going that extra mile, knowing that as you continue to strive on your journey, that things will happen. Sometimes you'll go through challenges and obstacles, and you might not get the outcome or result you're expecting. But with stamina will allow you to achieve the outcome you truly desire. But you need to have perseverance. And perseverance is the key with our spiritual journey, as it allows us to be humble. I remember I recently connected with another shamanic book that I've been reading, and they were talking about perseverance and the fact that if we achieved a goal and a result in our lives, the first time, then we wouldn't have this thing of perseverance or stamina, because it's all about connecting with our challenges, connecting with those obstacles, and learning how to love the journey, but becoming humble in our journey at the same time. So let me look at the message from the elk. Elk, your antlers reach for the sun. Show me that strength and stamina are one. Beautiful. Strength and stamina come together as one. As we connect with the strength within ourselves, we persevere, we have that stamina within. Soon enough, we will get the results that we're looking for and what it is that we really and truly desire. Elk wandered through the forest looking for a partner. The mating season was in full swing, and the buck that usually travelled with the other males had disappeared to find mates for the season. As Elk bellowed his mating call through the forest, his bulging alerted mountain lion that a feast could be in the making. Mountain lion circled Elk and getting closer to his prey moment by moment. Elk sensed the impending danger when the forest grew suddenly silent. He broke for the high country when he spotted his pursuer, but Mountain Lion was far behind. As Elk made a running leap for the timber lion, Mountain Lion gained on him, but Elk continued to run onward, displaying tremendous stamina. Finally, Mountain Lion gave up, having spent his energy in spurts as he tried to jump over boulders to reach Elk. Elk paced himself, making headway as he climbed skyward towards the high country. Elk had no other defense except his ability to go the distance, setting a pace that allowed him to utilize his stamina and energy to the fullest. So it does speak about stamina. It speaks about going at your own pace. Between the turtle and the hare, who wins a race? The person that wins the race is that one that has that stamina, perseverance, and goes with the flow of what is coming through to them. For me, this is again what spiritual journeys is all about. We've all got our own spiritual challenges and obstacles, physical, emotional, and spiritual, obviously. And sometimes there are situations and experiences that may hold us back, and as long as we become present in ourselves, we can be humble in that, knowing that it is just a mere, blip in the road. It says elk have a curious kind of warrior energy. Because except at the mating time, they honour the company of their own gender. They can call on the medicine of the brotherhood or sisterhood in discovering the strength which is gained from loving the gender that is their own. You will need the commandership that arises from similarity of experiences. This is special medicines that allows friendships of others of the same sex to overcome potential competition or jealousy. If you have picked the out card here, the medicine may be telling you to seek the company of your own gender for a while. You may need to connect with a support group to realign with your stamina and strength. The warrior or the warrioress energy, that is part of you. This communication with others of your own sex allows you to air your feelings in safety and get feedback from others who have had similar experiences from you. You may need a new sense of community. Now, I believe community is very, very important, especially with, masculine and feminine, and people are going through, similar experiences. I've been looking at attending more men's circles to connect with more of my masculine energy in order to, come from that healthy place, but really step into that place of healthy masculinity so I can express it more in the world and have more harmony within. And as a woman, you may be expressing more of the masculine energy within yourself. So you may need to connect with a feminine group. The feminine group allows you to connect with your inner emotions, your senses, your feelings. That self-love that you may need to connect with within yourself. But it's all about connecting with it from a healthy space. But that's beautiful. But have stamina, have strength. I know that these experiences will help you to grow and evolve and step into who you are through the course of this beautiful journey. So let's look at the beautiful blue heron that pops out. Blue heron is always interesting. I've had the blue heron a few times, and it's as I mentioned, it's all about self-reflection. Self-reflection is the message that comes from the blue heron. And I'll read the poem here to start off. Blue heron, thank you, sacred water bird, for sending reflections to me. The mirrors of the quest of life, the worlds that live inside of me, show me how relationships work, with my path woven within the whole. The lessons of kinship with all of life, reflecting my spirit's eternal goal. So that's an absolutely beautiful message, and you could relate this to those of you who are on a twin flame journey, seeing your reflection in your divine counterparts and knowing that wholeness exists within the both of you, but also within yourself at the same time. As your paths are woven together, you merge together as one, you come into a beautiful place of sacred union, but you mirror and reflect one another's worlds. The world that lives inside of me is the world that lives inside of you. Beautiful. And interesting thing about twin flames, obviously, if you've connected with, twin flames and your twin flame, you'll know that there is a lot of mirroring that happens on the third dimensional plane, in the physical realities. But there is also a lot of mirroring that happens on the fifth dimensions as well, or the higher states of consciousness. And what is important to note about that is there are things that may go unnoticed that you may not recognize. But that mirror is always happening between you both, whether you are together, whether you're in separation, or whether sadly your twin flame may have passed on. Sadly connected with a few people that have lost their twin flame in this lifetime, but they've had this beautiful connection with the divine and their counterpart on the other side, which has been quite remarkable really, but it's been amazing connecting with those people. But let me read into the book and see what the book says, because I always like to connect with the book and I always like to share my message at the same time. So that was my message that came through. Let me weave into the book and see what the book speaks to us. Heron. Medicine is the power of knowing the self by discovering its gifts and facing its challenges. It is the ability to accept all the feelings and opinions without denying any emotion or thought. Interesting. Heron flies over those who are unaware of who they are and where they belong in the world, gently dropping blue feathers to them. Heron asks that they follow their intuition and begin the empowering journey of self-realization. And some things that pop up there for me that speak out to me through the book is the fact that we need to connect with our own inner awareness and not deny or repress any emotions, as I think that's something that we all do, especially, going back to the twin flame thing. There are things that we don't want to see about ourselves because we've all got our own wound, our own pain, our own darkness. When you're connecting with the twin soul, what happens a lot of the time is your wounds are surfaced. And when your wounds are surfaced, you may not want to see them. You may not want to visit them at all because they bring up so much pain. And often it can cause you to go into tendencies where you're looking to give yourself some sort of, satisfaction to fill that need or that void that is lost within you. But what this is saying to you, that you can't ignore that which is within your shadow. You've got to become aware of it, connect with your emotions, connect with your thoughts, bring awareness to light, and begin to love that aspect of yourself as you go about your journey of self-realization. Connect with your own intuition and allow yourself to be guided by this beautiful journey that is unfolding, this journey of divine love. Let me read a bit more. If the great blue heron has flown into your cards, it is urging you to dive into the watery world of feelings, to seek your truth. Heron teaches you to develop your self-reflection skills so that you may come to know yourself in an intimate way, looking at yourself through the filmy lens of self-importance, the cloudy perceptions of low self-worth, or the myopic eyes of self-pity. You'll never understand your true potential or appetite, or appreciate the opportunities that appear. So it's connecting with those opportunities. But as I mentioned as well, diving into that water of feelings, those emotions, allowing them to flood over you, but being present in them, no matter what is coming up for you. Because these feelings are beautiful in their own right, because they're showing you a part of yourself that may not be seen. That tender, that loving aspect of who you are. It may bring up pain, but connect with that. Allow yourself to connect with that, because that's a part of your journey. But don't sit there. I always say to people, don't sit in that pain. Allow yourself to connect with that emotion and feeling for a moment. Allow it to come to surface, and allow yourself to connect with what it might mean for you. And then allow yourself to go about the process of healing with maybe a shamanic guidance practitioner, shamanic healer, maybe someone like myself. I've done a lot of training in hypnosis and hypnotherapy. But there are many other tools that can really help you get to the core of your wounds so that you can heal and love yourself once more. But it's all about reaching that state of wholeness again. Because, Heron here speaks about the path of wholeness that is woven within you. Okay? I'll read a bit more. Heron asks you to examine yourself with a cold eye to see what you wish to improve and how you can change. If you get stuck in the process, it may be a sign that you're being too hard or critical on yourself. Something I just mentioned there as well. Choosing to blame others and constantly pointing the finger at life situations instead of claiming responsibility for your own actions shows that your lack of courage to face that enemy within. Are you willing to dive in to the watery depths of your own feelings and discover the role of your spiritual essence? Beautiful. Heron is now calling you to delve deeper, to know yourself, to trust your path. Like a phoenix who rises from its own ashes, Heron emerges from the unseen worlds of spirit into a new balanced sense of self in order to embrace its potential again and again. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's all about connecting with those inner emotions, allowing the exercise of self-reflection to allow you to transform, to connect with who you are and see the power that lives within you. Beautiful. But self-reflection, as I've mentioned, I believe, so some of it could be connected with your twin soul, seeing that mirror reflection within yourself, connecting with your own wounds and allowing whatever comes up to be shown to you. And obviously elk is all about that stamina. You have to have stamina on this journey. Stamina is knowing that each and every day is an unfoldment and a rebirth. But you have to connect within and know that life is forever changing. And union is forever possible in these beautiful connections. But there is a journey, and the journey is always a destination, especially when it comes to twin flames. In order for you to unite with your twin flame, in many ways, I believe it's essential for you to look at healing those wounds within yourself. And to heal those wounds, you have to have stamina, courage and strength. And that is what elk teaches you. But take this journey at your own pace. Don't rush things. Because, rushing things will only, cause yourself more harm and more hurt. Once you connect with the pace of this journey and you go with the flow, I tend to feel that it comes with much more greater ease and joy for you. So that's a beautiful thing to connect with. So those two cards have already popped out and shared a good message. But let's look at the final card that's come up in this spread, Prairie Dog. Prairie Dog is really interesting. Prairie Dog is all about retreat. Retreating into their own little holes, because they've got their little cubby holes at which they go in order to find that place of solace. And this is where they have that fear, much like the bear. I've got the bear as a spirit animal, so I tend to go into my cave in order to feel comfortable, in order to feel safe. Very much like Prairie Dog. Prairie Dog goes into their little holes in order to feel safe, in order to feel secure, in order to retreat. But let me look at the poem here. See what comes up with the poem. Prairie Dog calls me when it's time to rest, when it's time to honour the internal quest. I go into retreat so I may see a way to replenish the potential inside of me. So another beautiful message, and these cards are very much all linked together like they always are with these beautiful readings. Heron is all about that self-reflection, connecting with that watery world of emotions, honouring your shadow and all those wounds that are coming up. And Prairie Dog is teaching you to retreat. Find strength and inspiration within yourself to notice that potential that is deep inside of you. And that you will find that by connecting with this beautiful journey and going with the flow, but going within yourself. So I'll read from the book and we'll go on a bit further before we end the reading. Prairie Dog medicine teaches that strength and inspiration can be found in retreating into the stillness that quiets the mind. The strength of this medicine is knowing when and how to replenish your life force. Prairie Dog medicine people tend to seek self-empowerment in silence and in activity, where they can access dreams and visions without the instruction of worldly chaos. When they re-enter the world, they are a profound and powerful anchors of calm resolve amid life's storms. And this is what you become as a part of your journey. You find peace, you find solace in that place of retreat. It's a beautiful place to be, but that takes time. And that's a journey that you have to find within yourself as you connect with nature. You connect with the animals, and More importantly, you connect with yourself and you discover who you are amidst this crazy society and world in which we live. The medicine of the prairie dog is applicable to all of the marmot tribe, which includes ground squirrel clan, gopher clan, woodchuck clan, and the groundhog clan. Just as Native Americans knew when to charge forward and when to become invisible, the marmot tribe knows how and when to retreat. Prairie dog runs for the tunnels when a predator is on its tails in the winter, and it conserves energy by hibernating during scarce times of the cold moons. If the prairie dogs are surfaced in your card today, it may be a warning that your body's fuel gauge is running low. You might need a day of silence or a retreat from regular activities before you become too exhausted to carry on. Have you put your basic needs at the bottom of your to-do list? Burning the candle at both ends may weaken the punch that you can normally pack when tackling the tasks at hand. Take a much-needed break before you crash and burn. Prairie Dog teaches you that in order to access the gifts of inspiration and renewal, you must be at peace within yourself and rested enough to recognize the blessings that are being offered. If you're battling with situations in your life, in personal situations, Prairie Dog reminds you that you are pushing too hard. That can create resistance. That does not allow for interaction. Take a break. Try and retreat. And allow yourself to rest. After a comfortable and relaxed time, you can then return with a fresh perspective. In the meantime, the dynamics of the situation may have changed, because your retreat allows the present challenges to work itself out. There is ample strength available if you quit pushing and go with the flow. Prairie Dog says its tunnels run both ways. Now it's time to choose the backdoor exit with some rest and relaxation. So there's some amazing cards for you this week. As I mentioned, I'm providing this reading to you on the 25th of July. This is the energy for today and also the week ahead. So allow yourself to connect with what it means for you. What message is coming through for you in your life in regards to what the cards are showing here? Now, as I mentioned, is teaching you to have strength and stamina on this journey. Knowing to honour yourself at the same time and going at your own pace. But as you do that, you have to honour your emotions, your feelings, going into that watery world of feelings. Connect with your shadow and love that aspect of who you are. It's beautiful, and it's a light that shines through. Prairie Dog, at the same time, is teaching you to retreat. Retreat in order to replenish. Replenishment will give you energy and will allow you to come back reborn in many ways. As you notice and you reflect upon the potential that is inside of you. So that is a beautiful set of cards this week. I hope you have found it to be valuable and useful as you connect with your spiritual journey, your soul pathway, and as you awaken to who you are. If you'd like to find out more about my mentoring and coaching, I provide self-love sessions which help you get out of your head in order to reconnect with your heart and your soul and step into alignment with who you are and what it is that you love. I absolutely love providing these sessions because often when we go through the twin flame journey, I find that we're often in ego. We've got lots of conditions, lots of patterns, lots of behaviours that are coming up for us. We tend to, in many ways, operate out of our conditioning. That's what we're comfortable with, that's what we're used to, and we are in some ways a bit scared of, that shadow, those emotions, those feelings. We're a bit afraid of honouring our heart space. There may be some pain that arises from within, some hurt, maybe from previous relationships, maybe from conditions from your family, whatever that might be. But there are always things that come up. These self-love sessions are all about honouring and loving yourself so that you can step into who you are and live in alignment with that soul essence. Because for me, the twin flame journey is all about rising in love. Rising in love for yourself and matching that energy frequency with yourself and even your twin soul. These sessions aren't about union though. They're really, truly about self-love. And in many ways, you could say they are about union, because they're all about union within yourself. Connecting with your ego, yourself, and your shadow, so that you can become whole within yourself. And in many ways, connect with that blue heron, which teaches us about reflection, wholeness, and oneness. So again, thank you for listening to this reading. If you have found this to be valuable and useful, please leave some questions or comments below, or you can reach out to me personally. You can connect with me at my website again, which is www.awakenyoursoulpathway.com, and you can find out more about my self-love sessions, below this video. But with that, I will say thank you for listening, and I will connect with you again next week to provide you with another shamanic guidance reading. All the best and much love. Speak to you again soon.